In today's episode of Law Review, we will be looking at the hit legal series Suits, Season 1, Episode 2, Errors and Omissions. The synopsis of this episode follows the protagonists Harvey Specter and Mike Ross as they deal with issues arising from filing a patent for their client. In the beginning of the episode itself, we see Harvey instructing Mike to file for a patent moments before a meeting with potential investors. This is already inaccurate, as you would actually patent a product months, if not years, before a meeting with possible investors ever took place, as you are actually publishing the product for individuals to invest in before you have actually legally protected it. To do this as a real-world lawyer would be considered as malpractice, with the potential risk of disbarment. To understand why a patent is usually filed months, if not years, before approaching investors, we first have to take a look at the process of filing a patent itself. When a client approaches a law firm to file a patent for a product on their behalf, the law firm not only has to file the paperwork for the patent itself, but they must also conduct hundreds of hours of research where attorneys go over prior patent claims, both denied and approved, to look for evidence that your invention was already known prior to the filing date for the patent. This is known as prior art, and if found will likely lead to your patent being invalidated. The consequences of the decision Harvey took in Suits was that by disclosing the product to investors before having protected it, later in the episode someone other than Mike had already filed for a patent of the same product, and thus their client's patent was invalidated. To remedy this issue, Harvey instructs his secretary to appeal to a judge for an injunction, which is a court order that compels a party to do or refrain from specific acts. However, this would not be possible in a real-world scenario, as Harvey does not have any legal grounds to appeal for an injunction, since the problem occurred due to their own mistake of not filing for a patent before publishing the product to investors. However, it should be noted that in a real-world scenario, an injunction could have been possible if there had been a non-disclosure agreement at the investors' meeting. Regardless, protecting a product before you approach investors is the proper route that you should take. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Law Review, and if you did, please consider leaving a like on the video, and if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, then please consider subscribing. I will see you all in the next Law Review. Stay lawsome!